Good evening and welcome to a Fleece Inn TV special to celebrate Wassail Drink Ale. So today would have been our traditional wassail. We've been wassailing our trees here at the Fleece for at least a dozen years, which is somewhat small amount of time in compared to the millennia that this tradition has been going on. But we wanted to make sure that we celebrated it again tonight in however a small and virtual way that we're going to be doing it. Normally we'd have 500 or more people here. We'd have lots of Morris and mayhem and all kinds of wonderment, but all led by our butler for the evening, a chap called Martin. Some of you will know him as Barefoot Martin, a druid who comes along every year in exchange for a small token, normally a bottle of scotch or similar, or mead. Tells us all about how to wassail our trees. So a little earlier I spent some time with Martin in a Zoom capacity, and this is us chatting now.
Righto.
All right, so good afternoon, and welcome to Martin, who is joining us for the second time here on Fleece TV. Actually, it's a while ago over in the summer lockdown that you joined us, Martin. So welcome. And Martin has joined us because he is our butler at our wassail. And I just wondered, Martin, whether you could just spend a few minutes telling us what it's all about, what you do, and what the whole point of a wassail is.
Yeah, sure. It comes from the Anglo-Saxon pagan tradition, although me being me, I always give it a slight Celtic twist, but that's me. It's a Saxon expression, wassail, meaning live well, to which the response is drinkal, meaning drink well. And this is because if you live well, you should be able to drink well. And if you drink well, you should bloody well live well. It's an old tradition done at the dark of winter, around about the middle of January, this time of year, and it's carried out in orchards. The idea is, as you gather, you crown... Sorry?
Didn't say anything.
Oh, sorry. I'm hearing things. Must be my age. You gather in a field, you choose one of your trees to be the queen and you crown it, and you have your ceremony round it. And it's all about making lots of noise to scare away the evil blight that would otherwise blight your crop. It's always an orchard that provides fruit for alcohol. So apples for cider, plums for jerkum, pears for perry. And in the Fleece's case, it's an old apple orchard.
Yeah. And you've been doing the wassail with us for quite a number of years, have you? Can you think about how many years it would be? I don't know.
No, I can't. I know I first met you not long after you took over the pub.
Oh yeah.
And we got chatting, and then when you did your first ever wassail,
it's over 10 years.
Came along.
Anyway.
Sorry, it's what?
Yeah, it's over 10 years, I think.
Yeah, it must be, because at first, the first couple, I provided various reenactors to come and fire muskets to add to the noise of scaring away the blight. And then one year, whoever was doing the butling couldn't make it, and you asked me to step in, which I did, supposedly just for 1 year, and I've done it ever since.
That's life, isn't it?
It is.
So as a butler, what is your key responsibility? What are your key responsibilities?
Well, I suppose it's like it's a bit like a master of ceremonies. So it's to greet everybody and announce what's happening next, direct everybody in the right direction so they don't just wander around in the dark wondering what's going on, explain things, and generally have a big mouth.
Well, I can say you're pretty good at shouting, Mark, to be fair.
That's it.
Listen,
little mouth, deep lungs.
Hey? Yeah, big lungs.
Little mouth, deep lungs.
Yeah. So thanks very much for joining us today to explain a bit about wassailing. And hopefully next year we'll have the full thing on again, and you'll be able to come along in all your fine regalia and do the great job of butlering that you've done for us all these years. So thanks for joining us, and thanks for all you've done over the many wassailing years, Martin. Cheers.
Good luck.
Wassail.
Drinkal.
There you go. So that was Martin explaining to us what wassailing is all about and his role in it. And I'm going to try and cover most of the points that Martin covers tonight. But first, before we do anything else, I just wanted to say a big thank you to a few people. Vaughan Hulley. Vaughan has always sung the wassailing song and Jerusalem for us at our wassails over the years. He's been putting together both those things virtually for us, but unfortunately due to technical issues we're not able to show them to you now, but we will later have, by the usual methodology of social media, the links to the YouTube videos of Vaughan's recording of those two things. So thanks, Vaughan. I'm sorry we were unable to get that on air tonight. Also our Morris site, Alf Githy in particular, have been with us over the years. Wonderful site from just up the road, our very own Pebworth. So thanks, guys, and obviously yourselves for coming along. When I say it's normally about 500 or so, and our technical director this evening is behind the camera as always. But before we get any further, it really wouldn't be a wassail without some Morris dancing. And here I've got a clip of my very good friend Andy Davis from Pebworth, right at the back in May, on May Day, celebrating another wonderful day in the pagan calendar, traditional calendar of May Day. This is him dancing Nutting Girl in his own orchard. So this is over to Andy.
Merry May Day!
Welcome back, thanks Andy. And that was on the hammer dulcimer was the very fair Amanda Davis, Andy's wife, and they had their wedding celebrations here back in the day on May Day, would you believe? So anyway, we're going to go down to the wassail tree now. There's always the queen tree, as Martin pointed out, and I have here a tray full of wonderment. I don't know if you can see me. Can you see me? Better in the dark, potentially. A tray full of wonderment. And we've got the toast that we're going to hang on the tree to feed the tree. We've got something to make a loud noise. Normally we'd have the lads with their rifles or the reenactors would come along. But let's get over near the tree. Ooh. You can see our 13 men. This is from the, it's a biblical reference, we believe. 12 disciples and Jesus, his very self, here protecting the tree as well. They're getting on the act as well, guys. So that's great that we're glad to have them here. So first of all, we're going to shout those words. Wassail! Drink ale! Let's start with a little bit of and a hang bit of toast, beautifully toasted for us today by Peter. Only, as you can see, there's still ribbons left over from last year. We leave them on the tree. We always choose this tree. This is the queen of our orchard. So there we go. When we've done that, we do this thing where we go, Wassail! Drink ale! And next, we're going to put these on. Afterwards, Tasha's going to be hanging all these on the tree, which is lovely, isn't it? But for now, we're going to move on to watering those roots, feeding those little roots. This is cider. You're always going to use a bit of cider or a bit of plum jerkum or something like that. And this is our own Ark cider in there. Wonderment. For those of you who know about cider, you know it's much better out of pot. And this is a nice pot-loving mug. It's a copy of an original here, found here at the Fleece, or left here at the Fleece. And if you look underneath, you may have covered this before, it's actually a copy of that one, made by the National Trust, so it's a bit of history, based on history. But anyway, here we go. And it's got a lovely song on it as well, which I may have sung to you in the past. Industry createth wealth. So let's go and put a bit of cider on the tree root. There you go. When you've done that, of course, you do something that you probably know, which is Wassail! Drink ale! Then the last thing we must do before we move on to the merriment and drunkenness of the usual evening is to scare those evil spirits away. There you go. And then, of course, you shout, Wassail! Drink ale! And normally Vaughan would sing a song here, but I'm going to step in and do just one verse of it in my own inimitable style, hopefully getting somewhere near the right tune. Here we go. Wassail and wassail all over the town. The cup it is white and the ale it is brown. The cup it is made of the good ashen tree, and so is the malt of the best barley. For it's your wassail, and it's our wassail, and it's joy be to you, and a jolly wassail. Wassail!